Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the Panhard EBR 105. It's a tier 10 French light tank. It's located on the north spawn or northwest spawn of Sand River Encounter. It's under the command of the Bassman from Hell, and he's in platoon with Katriana, I think that is, also of RBRN2. Game on! Well, Katriana appears to be in the T92 HMC. Yes, there she is in the background. I hope I have pronounced her name correctly. Okay, the EBR is basically a variant of the EBR90, but it never got put into production, so I'm afraid it's a fake tank. Whoa! Now, what happened there? He got hit by a Rhine metal panzer wagon for 330 hit points. Ouch! That's not a great start to the game, and it shows that that guy has really good kill skills. But let's have a look and see how the Bassman deals with this. He's headed off down to the south, have a look and see what he can find. He's obviously scouting for as many vehicles as he can. It's a light tank, so he's got light tank view range. Standard view range on this one is 340, but he's obviously got a good crew and increased that. And he's got premium consumables as well. Now the vehicle actually carries 36 rounds of ammunition. The standard reload is, well, 12 seconds per shot. You see, Bassman's got it down to 11.61. Standard APCR, capable of doing 390 alpha, 190mm pen, and with heat rounds, it's 240mm pen. He did get a hit there on the panzer wagon, who must have been further south, able to get that shot across the river valley. He was the one who hit him earlier. Now, yes, I know some of you dislike these tanks altogether, hate them, but you see, the Bassman, who is an Arty player, does play this tank particularly well, and you'll probably see that in what he gets up to. He didn't track himself there. He was careful not to go over that ridgeline too fast, otherwise he would have possibly damaged a wheel. He's already got a scout medal, so he's already picked up at least 9 first spots on the enemy. So that's 1 medal down. Okay, he's been spotted again, but he does have light tank camouflage. And ooh, look at those shells buzzing past him. And he's actually able to maneuver very, very well to avoid getting hit. And of course, because he's a light tank, he gets spotted very, very quickly. He's also got a spotter badge now for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage. So he's got 2 of the medals he needs to get as a light tank. The other one being the patrol duty for spotting at least 6 enemy tanks whilst they were damaged, and being the only one to spot that. If he can get that one and an ace tanker, he's got what we call the Holy Trinity, which means you did your job as a light tank and you helped your team to win. Okay, he spotted another one, the Batchat 25 ton. Tier 10 game with only tier 10 tanks. Ow! Well, he got hit by the M5Y because he was driving towards the guy at that moment. And that's how he managed to get the shell. But look at how he's weaving to avoid being hit. And he's just picked up 558 hit points of spotting on the enemy. Now, they usually say that the team with the EBR at the end of the game is the, or at the start of the game, it's going to be the one that wins. There is an EBR on the enemy team, but he's already dead. So, yes, unfortunately, it doesn't look too good for the enemy now. He stopped to take 1 shot at that 60 TP. Unfortunately, it wasn't good, but he's back to moving fast again. It is the fastest tank in the game, actually, or supposed to be. It used to be it could go up to 105 kilometers an hour. Now I think it's restricted to about 91, and I think they restricted it because it was just too fast, really. Although I have actually taken out one of these with my M53, M55, even though he was manoeuvring, I still managed to work out where he was headed and put a round right on top of him, which one-shotted him out of the game, and he called me a cheat afterwards. But it was a legitimate shot, and it was captured on video, so I challenge anyone on that, because you can actually watch the video for yourself if you think that I didn't nail one of these little beasties with an M53, M55 8-inch howitzer. Now, you certainly do drive a long way in one of these in a battle. Of course, you can drive a long way if you're going fast. Remember, the turret to this tank is the same turret you'll find on the Borask, the Borat, but it's actually a two-shot autoloader version of this turret. That Panzer wagon just died, and he was taken out by our AMX 13105, so I think we owe him a beer for that one. Now, there is one Unicam on the enemy team. It's a 114 SP2, so we've got to watch out for that guy. We can see him in the background there. That guy could be a problem. Oh, we've got the patrol duty medal. So he has completed all of his tasks. That's a light tank in this game. Spotted enough of the enemy and also allowed a huge amount of damage on the enemy. Well, we are actually still proceeding to move into enemy territory. Well, technically it's the enemy side of the map, but obviously this is an encounter game, so it's all about that cap area in the village. Now, he just did a teasing run there to see could he actually find some of the enemy tanks. He's found the BiS-55, so we know where one of them is. The big worry is that 114 SP2 though. Both sides still have their Arty. The enemy team's got a GWE-100 and an Object 261. Whilst we've got the T92 HMC and another Object 261. And in fact, actually, our Object 261 already has 2 kills, which is very good indeed. There's the Jaeger. Watch out when you're going uphill on a slope like that. We'll slow you down a little, but he might ignore you. Oh, and the Foch B goes down. Yes, they might ignore you going up a slope, even though you're heading away from them, because obviously these tanks do jinx from side to side on a regular basis. And the Jaeger has just fired, which now makes him vulnerable because he's got a long reload. We could drive up now and give him a lot of trouble. And the enemy Arty is supposedly not far away. Now, we did get damage on spotting there of the Jaeger. In fact, quite a lot of it. And he's reloaded. The enemy tank seems to be corralled in this area of the map, although we've got to watch out because that 114 SP2 we saw earlier in the game, well, it looks like he's actually gone. Yes, he's gone. He's dead. So he didn't survive. Now, we're being very cheeky here, sitting in that bush. I think the enemy didn't see we moved in. Go around the corner though, they probably will know that we're there. And okay, quick run. Hello, and there's the Arty. Good night, Arty. Good night, sweet prince. Have a nice time. And now we're being really cheeky because we were getting behind the Jaeger, and there he's gone. So it's just the Object 261 now, and we're going to troll him too. That long reload, it really can be a problem. 261's getting ready to shotgun us. And yes, that's a Pascucci's medal. We did take one round there, but it was the BiS-55, and it actually hit us in the wheels, which are quite indestructible in this game. Yes, Wargaming really did muck that up, because you shouldn't be able to pump up your air tyres on the move and keep moving. If you do get hit in the tyres, that should be it. There's only 4 enemies remaining now, and we're being chased by one of them, this 55, although I think that's a bit cheeky by him, because if we turn around and come back after him, he'll be the one that's worrying about what's going to happen next and what's going up his rear. Okay, we're just going to do a quick run. Oh, we can't see it. There's one of them, and it's an Object 265, and unfortunately that one didn't go through. And it still looks like that Viz is trying to get a shot on us. Okay, we're going to be loaded momentarily. And the BiS-55 is right for plucking. He's still not at the hit points where we can wipe him out with one shot though. So we need to put another round into him from a distance. That's why he's going around the village. And there's plenty of trees been knocked down. Can you get a shot? No, not from that angle. He needs to get a bit closer, actually. Oh, and he goes down. That's unfortunate. But it now means the object... So what was that? An object 269? It's the object 269 and... or 268 actually. So I think it's a 268. And the Batchat 25 ton. The Batchat's up near our spawn area. I think that's what he's going to go for. As far as we can tell, the 268 actually does have full health, which makes him quite dangerous. And there's only 2 left on either side, actually. So I think if we can take out the Batchat 25 ton, that evens things up. And he is a one-shot. We're not. So even if the Batchat gets 2 rounds into us, I think we might survive 1, not 2. But he won't survive 1 shot from us. So we've got the speed advantage on him. Bassman moving in for the kill. There you are. Okay, auto aimed on. That was a bit of a mistake. They're both moving at speed. Unless he's running directly towards you or away from you, you can't get an accurate shot with auto aim. But you can as soon as you're loaded. He is loaded now. Get close. That's it. Got him this time. He was close enough that the angular velocity didn't have an effect, whereas it would have had an effect at the long range. So of course the vehicle only has to move just slightly for the shell to miss. So that's all that's left now is the Object 268 and of course Bassman, but the Object 268 has got full health. That was a gentle one. Okay, so we've got the speed back on again. And there's the 268 down to the south. Now we can outspot him massively. There's the first shot. We've got a huge advantage with spotting range because the 268 is as blind as a bat at some distances. And of course, as I've already mentioned, the spotting range on this one, 340 meters. Now it's actually lower than some tanks because of course, mainly down to the fact it's going very, very fast. And they put a handicap on so that you can't use binos or coated optics. You can only use one to get the advantage. Okay, the 268 is still in the same spot. Yes, he is, because the tree just went down, so we know where he is. He's using the tree for cover. That will reduce his visibility. And I think he's doing that deliberately. We need to change course as soon as we get close. He didn't shoot at us. And I think we might have an elevation problem here for the 268. Because he might not be able to shoot up at us when we're up here. He's lost sight of us, but he did have a spotting. So he knows we're in the vicinity. In these little dips, it can be a little difficult to maneuver with this vehicle because it's so quick. Okay, he's gone back to fast mode. Okay, what is that 268 going to do? 2 minutes left on the clock, or it's less than 2 minutes now. He's in that bush. We've got the commander's vision system. Oh, he did spot the guy after he fired. Now, is he going to reload before us, or is the other way around? Okay, hello. And we get another shot in. Now he's got 926, so we could do it with 3 shots. He knocks those trees down to make the guy think that that's the direction we're going in. Tries to poke up, but he's got no gun depression. Only 7 degrees of gun depression. That slope's a little bit higher than he would like. So he's going to back up a bit. Tried a quick snapshot. We're into the last minute. It's putting extra pressure on Bassman. I think the 268 would settle for a draw. We don't want to give him a draw. Not if we can help it. Oh, and now it's only he's only got a number of shots left. He's using the heat rounds now to make absolutely certain. There, he gave himself away. He tried a quick snap at us. And now he's in reload. And we get one more shot. Now he's on a kill shot. We can take him out with 1 round. Will he reload? He's just fired. Now, do him. Do him now! Yes! Bassman wins! I normally don't like it when the wheelie wins in these battles, but I like it on this occasion because BassmanFromHell, well, he's been a friend for a long time to the channel, and he sent us in so many good replays, and this was a good one. He managed to get an ace tanker. He's had one before in this vehicle, but he sent us another one. He's also got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He actually ended up with 5. One short of a top gun and 1/3 of the enemy team. He also got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle, and he got some medals as well. Yes, he got a Pascucci's medal for killing 2 enemy SPGs in the game. He also managed to get the patrol duty for spotting at least 6 enemy tanks and being the only one spotting them whilst they were being damaged. And on top of that, he got the scout medal as well for spotting or detecting at least 9 enemy vehicles. He actually detected 12 in that game, so there was only 3 enemy vehicles he didn't detect straight off the bat. This is what we call the Holy Trinity. If you get an ace tanker with the Holy Trinity, those 3 medals, the spotter, the patrol duty, and the scout, you really have excelled as a light tank. You gave your team a good chance to win the game. His win rate from the game was 5,558, which is super unicum standard and quite a bit more. Let's have a look at the team score. He didn't get the highest damage in the game. In fact, nobody got a high caliber because the AMX M454 got the highest damage. He got 4,614 hit points. Second highest damage actually went to the TVP T5051, who managed 3,644. And the third highest damage wasn't Bassman. No, it turned out to be the Bosch B on the enemy team, who managed 3,293 hit points of damage. We can see that Bassman got 2,773. He was beaten by only 2 members of the enemy team. 2 on his own team, puts him in 5th place when it comes to damage. When it came to kills, though, he definitely got the highest with 5. 3 kills went to the Batchat 25 tons, so he was lucky to get rid of that guy because he was obviously very good. He got the Pascucci's medal. He killed our platoon mate during that game, but whilst we were focusing elsewhere, he managed to take out his platoon mate in the T92. That was Katrina, rather. There we go. And although she did rather well, she got 2,415 hit points of damage in the T92. When it came to second place, yes, we said the Batchat, and in third place, we've got the AMX M454, the TVP T5051, our Object 261, who also picked up a Confederate, and also the Viz 55 on our team, and on the enemy team, their Object 261, their M5Y, and of course their Object 268 all managed 2 kills apiece. So the guy we were up against right at the end, Mendo 4, was quite good, and we were lucky to win, but he fired at the wrong moments at the end of the game. And the Bassman wasn't going to make that mistake, and he didn't let the guy get away with making that mistake because he has a long reload, and of course the Bassman knew that and could take advantage of him. When it came to base XP, yeah, it's the Bassman again, so he's got the top in 2 columns. 1,322 means he's the only player to get over 1,000 base in this game. 897 went to the AMX M454, and 839 went to the TVP T5051. Did I mention anyone else? No, that's it, I think. Let's have a look at detail. 17 shots fired. Only 17 out of the 30 he started with. Or 36 he started with. Sorry, get it right. 17 shots fired, 12 direct hits on the enemy, and 10 penetrations. 2,773 hit points, of which 328 were at more than 300 meters. 3 hits received from the enemy, 2 penetrated, 1 didn't. That actually hit the tracks, luckily enough, and that's why we kept moving when we got hit by the Viz 55. 12 enemy vehicles were spotted, 6 enemy vehicles were damaged, 5 were killed, 5,494 hit points of spotting assist in that game. On a premium count, he actually made a win of, or profit of 10,935 credits from that game. And even though he did have to spend on consumables and on ammunition, he still managed to come out ahead. He also got 7 bonds for this being tier 10 and 8,923 experience points out of this one as well, including a 3,966 bonus for completing a mission. So what a great game that was, right down to the last minute. And of course, it was looking rather hairy that if the 268 just kept quiet and didn't fire, he wouldn't have given away his position. Even though BassmanFromHell did have the commander's vision system, that guy was hiding in the bush very, very effectively, making it very difficult for the bassman to work out where he was. But the moment he fired, he revealed his position, and the bassman wasn't going to let that go and took the game. So very well done to him. I think the rest of his team owes him a pint at the very least. And it was a great game. So thanks very much for sending it in to us. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And remember that we're going to be having a contest coming up in the next few days. It's going to be starting where you'll get a chance to win 10,000 gold or 5,000 gold or 1,000 gold from getting the most watched views of the videos that are submitted to our channel during the 4 weeks that the event will run. It will run for 2 weeks where you send in your replays, and then the 4-week period is over. Then we will count up the number of views for each of the videos and see who actually managed to score the most viewed videos in the game. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for watching.